Yeah. Oh, what up, Doe? How you guys doing? Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know some of us didn't because of the extreme weather. Um, Depending where you lived at, it had this large system move across the country, brought thunderstorms to us here in Detroit. Brought us brought us snow, and boy, was that a pain trying to remove that stuff, this heavy, wet snow. But I hope everyone is doing great. It is Monday, it's beginning of a new week, all that good stuff. So, I saw something post on my Facebook and kind of thought it was a little bit of a joke. But obviously, there's been some articles about this thing. Let me pull it up for you guys if I could. Let me see. Share screen and here we go. Apparently, Snyderverse lawsuit could be gunning for WBD, Warner Brothers Discovery, and James Gunn. Warner Brothers Discovery could have a lawsuit on his hands soon as old Snyderverse fans are lobbying to sue them over the inclusion of Henry Cavill as Superman in the end credit scene of Black Adam. However, a few omissions on DC and James Gunn's part could allow the lawsuit of this nature to be successful. So this is interesting. So a lot of you guys don't know the Warner Brothers has been trying to successfully do what Marvel's doing. A universe of DC superheroes, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, etc. Um, it's been a hit and miss depending on the movies. Um, Zack Snyder came in and he did Man of Steel, which I thought was a good movie. I know a couple of friends didn't like the movie. Um, he did Batman v Superman, which I have an issue with because you had two storylines clashing with each other. I didn't like the reason why they fought. Bringing in a character too soon should have stretched it out. And then there was Justice League where Snyder was in the works of doing that. He left because one of his children committed suicide. The studio didn't want to wait, and they got Josh Whedon, who also did the Avengers first movie, to finish it. And I'm sure a lot of y'all noticed the difference in the movie where you can see part of Zach's vision and then Josh's vision, which I guess failed at the box office. Then we finally got to see Zach's version, which was, even though it was long, it was a better version of this. After that, again, hit and miss with the movies. A lot of things I blame on the DCU. The problem back then was the executives. I thought the executives put their, stepped in when they shouldn't have stepped in. I think the creative teams knew their source material and knew what to do with it. Even though Woman Win 84, I thought was really bad. I got people said it was good. I didn't like it. You went from that, from the first Wonder Woman was more intense, more actionary. One thing, before we go to this article, remember, the executives wanted to take out the fights, the field, the war scene in the field out of Wonder Woman, which was the best scene in the movie. If you see the movie, you understand. So the executives were in the way. They didn't have a head honcho like they do at Marvel, Kevin Feige. So that's what's going on with DC. They got James Gunn, who did Guardians of the Galaxy. Now he's over there. He did Peacemaker. He did the new version of Suicide Squad. Didn't like that. I thought the old one was better. That's my thoughts. But all in all, let's go in this lawsuit, which is pretty interesting. I should say. All right. So let me get past this. Here we go. Some diehard Snyderverse fans are lobbying to sue Warner Brothers Discovery for false advertisement in the end credit scene of Black Adam because they decided to include Henry Cavill as Superman in the scene and the announcement that he was instructed to make saying that he was returning. Many fans were disappointed when news broke that he would, in fact, not continue to be the face of Superman under the new DC banner, which it seemed that he had worked out peacefully with James Gunn. The fans, however, don't want to let go so quickly, of course. Snyderverse Fans, which first emerged during the high point of Zack Snyder's DCEU, have again started calling for boycotting WBD and looking for support in a lawsuit. There you go. It's still being determined now who stated the movement for the lawsuit. Still, one Twitter user has been relatively vocal on the subject, talking about how Warner Bros. Discovery used Henry Cavill and used the fan base excitement about his return, driving sales and views of the movie, and that it's time for lawsuits to make up for it, citing that someone had won a lawsuit against a movie studio for misleading trailer. Okay. They also are on to push the hashtag fire James Gunn and hashtag boycott WB1. Okay, the one line, let me just check something here. Okay. The one line here citing that someone won a lawsuit against a movie studio for misleading trailer. Okay, so Black Adam. Superman won in the trailer. He was just in the post-credit scene. There is a lawsuit now. If you mislead fans to believe in an actor, actress in the movie, and they're not, that's a lawsuit. I agree. I don't remember the movie that caused it first, but it has happened before, where yeah, I'll give you one. I'm going to take you guys way back. There was a movie called Best Defense, and it's kind of not the actor wasn't in it. He wasn't in there for a long time. So Best Defense, which featured Dudley Moore and Eddie Murphy, and they advertised it just like that. Dudley Moore and Eddie Murphy. But when you got to see the movie, Eddie Murphy's in the movie for 15 minutes. This is when Eddie Murphy was rising star and everything. Everybody wants to see Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was in the movie for 15 minutes. So I heard a lot of people went to get their money back, all that kind of stuff. So I understand the trailer part. I understand that lawsuit. This had nothing to do with the trailer. This is a post-credit scene. Now, who said that Henry Cavill was coming back? I know that Rock said it. He was like evidence that he was bringing him back. But did anybody else say bring it back? I keep trying to look back. Let me see if I can look it up real quick, because I haven't seen anybody said who said Henry Cavill was coming back as Superman. I know that Rock was extremely trying to push that, which is another thing that pisses me off, because Rock pushing Superman to come back so they can fight. I'm like, you're not a Superman villain. You are a Shazam villain. So I don't know why that kept on going out. But all right, here we go. Who said? Give me time, folks. I should have looked this up earlier. I'm sorry. Who said Henry Cavill? Okay. Let's see. Okay. So the thing was, when they changed up and they got James Gunn just said he was never recasting Superman. So I guess the thing that came about is that The Rock was pushing for it, but The Rock is an actor. He doesn't run DC. He tried. I think he tried to be like that staple in the DC, but he didn't. He's the one who said it. James Gunn didn't, so you can't sue James Gunn. And I don't see this lawsuit going anywhere. I think the way the article's saying that it will, but I don't see it going anywhere because nobody said he was coming back. Now you want to sue The Rock for it? Yeah, you can sue The Rock. Okay, he the one said it, but he doesn't own Warner Bros. Discovery, and he doesn't run the DC thing. So that's my thought about that. Now, here's another thing you guys got to understand. There's been a lot of post-credit scenes that nothing happened from them. Not a damn thing. I tell you one of my favorites, okay? X-Men Apocalypse, when I thought it was a terrible movie anyway. The ending credit scene, you see some guys walking in trying to clean some stuff up, and they go in there, and they take samples of Wolverine's blood, they put it in the case, and the case says Essex Court, ESSEX. Okay, that was a hint of Essex, known as Mr. Sinister. So everybody thought Mr. Sinister was coming back, finally coming. Never showed up. Teased in Deadpool 2, I believe, never showed up. Supposed to have been in Dark Phoenix, never showed up. New Mutants never showed up. So there you go. You had that. You had what was the other movie? Venom. And I think it was Spider-Man 2 with Tom Holland. He showed up. Him and I can't remember. Whatchamacallit? I can't think. Help me. He wasn't ready to help me. They ended up in the Marvel Universe. Venom saw a picture of Spider-Man, Tom Holland, never met. Even though it ended with a part where a little bit of Venom was left behind in that Marvel Universe. But that never happened. There's been tons of post-credit scenes that didn't lead to nothing, depending on the movie's outcome or they went another route. This is another one. Not going nowhere. I don't see it happening. You're a lawyer out there, let me know, but I don't see anywhere where this is going. Anywhere. I understand that your fans are upset that you thought Zack should continue on. Okay, move on. It's not going to happen. And I believe somebody said the same thing. You want this to happen with Zack, but you're not supporting the movies, going out and seeing them. So maybe you are, maybe you're not. That's what I'm hearing. That's all I'm telling you. I'm not debating whether you do or not. Oh man, excuse me. Ate that pizza too fast. But that's what I got to tell you guys. This was came up over the weekend. I thought it was pretty interesting that there's individuals out there that wants now that would be part of a lawsuit to sue because he showed up in Black Adam, but he ain't gonna be Superman anymore. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I think when the movie was done and the post-credit scene done, and then Warner Bros. Went that route, that would happen. So we'll see what happens. I know there's a few things left from this old universe coming up. We got The Flash. I don't want to see that. I know some of y'all thinking, I'm like, look, they told that boy if he got help, they're going to release this movie, and he's been getting help. He's been staying out of trouble. I'm still seeing this movie. Got that. Aquaman, Lord knows what's going to happen with that because I heard the test screening was bad. I think Jason Momoa didn't like it, so I don't know what's going on with that. Shazam, we'll see how it goes. I didn't even see the first one. I just didn't. That muscle suit drove me nuts. So we'll see what goes on with that. But hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening to this video. If you like it, please give me a like so we can share it out to everybody. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I do talk about some things that's on my mind. Other than DJing, you guys don't know I DJ. I am on Twitch channel, GMajor_64. So I do stuff like that. So you guys, I want y'all to be good for the rest of the week. If something comes up, I might say something. Hey, and don't forget to check me out on the Hangout. That's every Wednesday, 8 p.m. with boy, the Bass Guy Scenario. Just me, a couple of guys like Danny from Comic Chat, Austinator. Got one token black guy. Not me. That's another guy. Don't get it started. Sometimes we have Tuckerverse in there. So make sure you check that out. It's every Wednesday at 8 p.m. All right. You guys be good. Be safe. I will talk to you later.